Okay. Okay, my name is Steve Hartfield. I am a third grade teacher at Stoker Elementary School. And I've been teaching here at Stoker for 15 years now.
What are the benefits to collaborating with your librarian?
Well, the benefits of the collaborating with the librarian, I see like 4 different areas where it really benefits us. One, you have 2 people working together when you're trying to figure out how you're going to address the different lessons with the students. You're using the expertise of both what the librarian has learned and what she has experienced in the past, and what the teacher has learned and what they've experienced, and you're kind of putting them both together, and kind of the 2 heads are better than one theory about what we're doing for a lesson. We can also discuss with each other on how to address different learning styles. You know, how are we going to address the auditory, the visual, the kinesthetic learning of a group of students? The library person may have different ideas that I don't have, or we may work together to figure out some of the different ways we can work with the students. We can also work together to figure out how we'll teach our lesson with the various levels of understanding of the students. If a student is just beginning to grasp the understanding, from the students who are secure in the understanding, we can still switch the lesson around to meet all of the different levels. Do one for one group, something for another group, and then extend it for another group. We can also work together as team teachers. We can decide who's going to do the whole group part of the lesson, how we're going to divide up the small group parts of the lesson, and who's going to address the different groups, and then how we're going to bring it all together. The 4th thing is we can work together to see how we can incorporate technology in our lessons. I know here at Stoker we're a very technology-heavy school, so that's a part of every lesson, and working with the library person who has some of the more knowledge or knows some more of the equipment than we do, we can make sure we incorporate that into our lessons for the students.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay.
How does collaborating with your librarian improve student achievement in your classroom?
Well, I think it helps the student achievement in the classroom in that, you know, from the beginning, again, like I said, we're addressing the different learning styles of the students. We're addressing the different levels of understanding of the students. But also, I think, more importantly, is that working with the library person, we're making sure we're getting more depth of knowledge into our lessons. We're going from just beyond like the recall part of the lesson to having them actually learn a skill and then have to do some critical thinking and have to do some extended thinking, and working with 2 teachers in the room and with the different, like I said, the different technology, the different knowledge, the different skills that both the library teacher and I bring in, we can make sure that we also just don't have a real basic lesson, but get deeper understanding for the students. They just don't know the topic, but they can critically think it over. They can maybe question, or they can infer, they can differentiate, and bring it up to the level of even where they can create something new that maybe we never even thought of, but the students now are coming up with something on their own. And I think working with the library teacher and her skills, or his skills, helps the students in that way.
Hi, my name is Nancy Olson. I'm a 3rd grade teacher at Stoker Elementary, and I do a lot of work with our librarian, Jenny Schill.
Thank you. What are the benefits to collaborating with Jenny?
Jenny is a great librarian. What's really nice about collaboration is because we can build on the curriculum that we're doing at each of our grade levels. So if our grade level team comes to her, or we come to her as individuals, and we have a project we're working on, she can enhance that through technology, research, writing, and then I can bring it back into the classroom and continue that. So it's one nice, smooth research and project.
Excellent. How does collaborating with the librarian improve student achievement in your classroom?
I think it improves student achievement because we can share ideas. She's got great ideas. I can add them to the things that we're doing in the classroom. The kids have two resource teachers that they can go to. The library is available to them to go in and do additional research. She knows what they're doing. She can ask them good questions, guide them, and then they can come back to the classroom and we can do the same.
Thank you for spending some time with us today, Nancy.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Schlee-Reed, and I'm the library media teacher at Stoker Elementary School in Kenosha. One of the most exciting things that I get to do in my position is collaborate with other educators. We meet on a weekly basis and discuss some of the units that they're covering, and we talk about their goals and expectations. We also talk about how we could align the curriculum in their classroom with the skills and activities that I want to have the students doing in the library. And it's really exciting because a lot of times we have the teachers in there co-teaching with me. The students benefit from all of this because it makes their learning meaningful. We're covering different activities that they normally might not get to do, so there's an enrichment aspect to it. The students are also engaged because we're able to use more technology, and the teachers are supported and shown some of the new technology that we have out there. For example, 5th graders this year and 3rd graders right now actually got to use an app called Book Creator. And we collaborated and created an entire project where students had to do research first. So that brought in the research aspect using library resources and resources online. And then once that research process was done, students were taught the app, and then they had the ability to work on the app both with me here in the library and then also in the classroom. So there's a lot of connection between what's going on in the library and what's going on in the classroom. So there's not that isolation that sometimes I think people might think could occur with a library media center between them and the classroom. I'm always planning different units. Sometimes I go out and seek those opportunities with my staff. I'll ask them, what are you working on? What do you need support with? At other times, staff knows that I'm more than willing to work with them, so they'll come and seek me out and say, we want to do a new unit on the city of Kenosha. What are some of your ideas? So then I'll say, well, we've got this Puppet Pals app. We could have the kids learn about a job in the community and then use Puppet Pals to teach somebody else about that job. So it's just a way to make learning more engaging for students and meaningful, and then also teaching students skills that they're going to use in middle school and in high school and in whatever career they choose to go into as far as research, writing, synthesizing information, and coming to conclusions.